I just came back today from an outing, and it was between like 32 and 37 degrees and raining the entire time. And so gear tends to get, pretty sloppy when you're making a camp. And I had a two tarp shelter system, and I brought a nice long fire with mostly beech wood, and this wood was excellent once it got burning. But it was definitely a test of firecraft, but it had a nice blue flame, and it was great. Woke up with some snow, and truly beautiful outing. One of the things you got to do when you come back from outings like that is usually you got to wipe off your gear. You got to clean some things up. Now, normally, I would take my knife out in the field for certain, and I field sharpen it with something like this, or even around the house. Rarely do I take things to stones, unless I really want to do some removal. And on occasion, those things are necessary. So I want to strop today. Excuse me. And so I just have this is a strop from Bark River. All right, it's got the black and the green compound on there. And I don't let this knife here, this is the MACV SOG Bowie, I do not let this knife really get to the point where I've got a strop below green. So I keep this thing honed very well, sharpened very well. Now, do I have to take this knife to something like this all the time? No. I could just use straight leather and strop and just realign that edge. Many times I don't, and the reason why is because the amount of metal removal using this is so minute that you're never going to wear the knife away. Furthermore, it always gives that real crisp edge. And also, this is 3V. And so the chances of wearing through this edge in my lifetime or one of my kids' lifetimes is probably rare. No one's going to take this to a grinder. There's not going to be too much sharpening. I don't think you could ever do too much sharpening to really wear this away. And also with 3V, you've got to keep up on that. Last thing I want to do is take this into the field and have a multiple day excursion and find out, man, I really have to remove some steel on this. So this blade is always kept up, more so than other blades because of the steel, the composition of this. Also, it being a fairly thick grind, geometry won't work as well for it once this really starts to dull. What I like to do when I strop, and I hope that you can see this, is I like to put the whole bevel on there and strop from front to back. The reason why is because at that point now I'm actually sharpening or polishing, if you will, with this, that entire portion from this grind down. So this grind will be uniform. I'm not just hitting this edge. Now, if I want to do something quick, I can just concentrate on the edge with the strop. But I'm obviously not. I'm at home, at camp, okay? So pretty much I just try to follow that grind line. And I could do that with any knife. It could be a saber flat grind. All right, obviously it won't really work for a hollow grind. What this also does is it also keeps that cutting edge polished. So in a sense, it almost cleans it up a little bit. You want to take your time doing things like this, obviously. There's no hurry. You don't want to cut through your strop. But a knife like this really can take a long time if you're not keeping up on it. Everything has its drawbacks, and one of them I would say with 3V is if you let it go a little too long, you're going to have to do some real work to it to get things back to how you want them. So this knife is all cleaned up and ready to go again for the next outing, which will probably be quite soon. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care.